the city gates and the first light. The heavy timber gates of Xi'an do not open quickly. They groan on massive iron hinges, a deep, vibrating sound that echoes off the cold stone of the fortification walls. It is the 2nd century, and the world is still asleep. The air here is thick with the scent of wood smoke from the city's hearths, and the damp, metallic smell of morning dew on ancient stone. You stand among the caravan, a small part of a massive machine designed for one thing: the steady, slow movement of goods across a continent. Before you lies the Hexi Corridor, a narrow ribbon of green squeezed between the jagged purple peaks of the Xi'an Mountains and the infinite rolling sands of the Gobi. The city noise is a memory now. The shouting of merchants is replaced by the rhythmic, metallic clinking of bronze bells. Every camel in the line carries a bell of a slightly different pitch. In the silence of the dawn, it sounds like a slow, disorganized symphony, a musical safety system. If the wind rises or the dust blinds you, you simply follow the low, resonant chiming of the bell in front of you. One long, connected heartbeat moving toward the west. To travel the Silk Road is to master the art of the mundane. Each morning begins exactly like the one before it, with the slow, repetitive labor of loading. You watch the Bactrian camels, magnificent, shaggy, two-humped beasts, standing patient in the dust, their breath huffing in the cool morning air. Feel the texture of the cargo as you help heave it into place. There are heavy, dense bales of raw silk, wrapped tightly in multiple layers of oiled leather to protect the precious fabric from the desert's humidity and the mountain's grit. Beside them are ceramic jars, cool to the touch, filled with dried ginger, star anise, and peppercorns. Each jar is cushioned by thick layers of straw and hemp to prevent them from shattering as the camels navigate the rocky passes. The weight must be perfectly balanced. You spend minutes, which feel like hours, adjusting the cinches. You pull the hemp ropes taut, feeling the coarse, prickly fibers bite into your palms. If a pack shifts by even an inch, it can gall the animal's back, and a wounded camel can halt an entire line of 50 men. You check the knots once, you check them twice. It is a slow, steady ritual that ensures survival. As the sun rises higher, the light changes from a cool blue to a warm, dusty gold. The heat is not yet oppressive, but you can feel it resting on your shoulders like a heavy blanket. The pace is set by the slowest animal, a steady, swaying 3 miles per hour. It is a hypnotic, relentless movement. You find yourself watching the padded feet of the camel in front of you. They are wide and soft, designed to spread the animal's weight. You watch as they sink slightly into the soft earth and rise again with a muted thump. Thump, thump, thump. You begin to match your own breathing to the rhythm of the steps. The landscape begins to simplify. The lush gardens and tiled roofs of the capital are gone, replaced by endless, swaying golden grasslands. Occasionally, you pass a small watchtower built of rammed earth, blocks of sun-dried mud that have stood for decades. You see a soldier standing on the rampart, leaning on a spear, watching the horizon with a quiet, hollow boredom. You stop briefly at a roadside well. The wooden windlass creaks as you lower the bucket. The water comes up cold, tasting faintly of minerals and deep earth. You drink slowly. There is no rush. On the Silk Road, time is no longer measured in hours, but in the distance between water sources. As the sun begins to dip, the sky bruises into shades of dusty violet and deep indigo. The shadows of the camels stretch out for dozens of yards across the sand, long and distorted. Finally, the first caravanserais appears, a sturdy, square stone enclosure with walls thick enough to keep out the desert wind. The logistics of the evening are as precise as the morning. The camels are led to the stone troughs, and the sound of them drinking, the rhythmic splashing of water against stone, is the only noise in the vast desert stillness. You move to the center of the courtyard to build a small fire. This is not a fire for a feast. It is a fire for the ritual of tea. You watch the dried leaves as they are dropped into the boiling water. They unfurl slowly, turning the water a dark, translucent amber. A faint, earthy steam rises into the cooling air, smelling of mountain soil and ancient forests. You lay out your simple wool blanket on a raised stone platform. The stone still holds the deep, radiating heat of the afternoon sun, a gentle warmth that seeps through the wool and into your tired muscles, loosening the tension of the day's walk. The fire dies down until it is nothing but a soft, pulsing orange glow. Above you, the sky has become a vast, crowded map of stars, unfiltered by the lights of any city. The Milky Way is a thick, white brushstroke across the blackness. The desert night is almost perfectly silent. Occasionally, you hear the soft, guttural groan of a resting camel, or the distant, lonely chime of a bell as one shifts its weight in its sleep. You lie back, hands behind your head, looking up at the infinite stars. You know that tomorrow is simply a repetition of today. Another stretch of dusty road, another steady pace, another purple sunset. The journey is thousands of miles long, but for now, the work is done. The world is vast, quiet, and still.